What's up, guys? It's FPS Gamer here, and today I'm just going to be talking about what I think, in my opinion, is the best submachine gun of Black Ops 2. Now, before I start the tutorial on this, I just want to apologize once more, and I know I apologize in every video, but I'm sorry for the bad quality for my capture card and my microphone. I am going to get a new one for those of you who don't already know that. So let's get to the main tutorial here. In my opinion, the best submachine guns in Call of Duty, I can narrow them down to 3. Actually, I'll narrow them down to 2. I'll put them in order. I think the PDW is actually the best. As you can see, I was just using the PDW is actually a very, very nice gun. Slight to no recoil, so that's always good, and it's got decent fire rate. So yeah, I also like the Vector, as you can see right here. It's got a higher fire rate. It's got nice iron sights as well. It's actually a pretty good weapon. Now, I use the PDW 57 and the Vector both in one class. I do use Overkill for that class, but I mean, you know, you can do whatever you want. Now, there's one submachine gun that I think you could use, and it actually is pretty good, but the only reason I think it's good is because it's way too overpowered, and that would be the MP7. It is an overpowered gun. In my opinion, I think it is one of the most overpowered guns in Black Ops, but, you know, there's the people who could disagree with that, so attachments on these guns. I would typically use, if you take my advice and use the PDW or the Vector, maybe even the MP7. On the PDW, what I use is silencers. If I don't use a silencer, I use a long barrel just because it does not have a wide range, and long barrel just makes sure that it does. I might use a foregrip, but that really depends. Laser sight, just whatever helps you out. But my top 2, I would have to say, would be foregrip and silencer or something like that. Maybe even silencer and long barrel for the PDW. For the Vector, basically the same thing. I don't really use silencers on the Vector, but you can if you want. I mean, it is pretty nice. I love silencers, but same time I don't. So yeah. Now, why did I say that? Why did I choose to do this video on submachine guns? It's because I think submachine guns are probably one of the most, like, the best type of gun to use, because most of all these maps that Treyarch has made for Black Ops 2 are submachine gun maps, meaning it's not too big, but it's not too small. It's just right in the middle to where you're gonna be better off using a submachine gun. Now, you do have, like, they're just more commonly used, is what I'm saying. That's why I picked them, and they have a higher fire rate typically. Now, you can, I guess, use assault rifles on these, but I'm just saying that submachine guns are more widely used in all these maps. For instance, Hijacked right here is one of the most commonly used maps for submachine guns. Also, Nuketown 2025. Let's see. Smaller maps like that. So, another one would probably be Raid, although that's more of a sniping map to people. I don't know why, but yeah. That is my opinion on what I think about submachine guns. Yeah, most of the time, if I don't use, as I said a second ago, I do use Overkill. If I don't use Overkill, I will most likely use a B23R with long barrel, or if I can't find an attachment on it, then I'll just use the B23R. I'll put on Semtex, and I'll put on concussion grenades. Most of the, I think the best perks to use are, one, dexterity, just because you can aim or snap to your sights faster after running, and you can climb faster, and you don't get any falling damage. Well, hold on. Yeah, no, that's not it. But you can climb faster, and I think that's just plays a major part of everything. So, yeah, dexterity. Lightweight. You don't have to exactly use lightweight, but I find it pretty useful just because you can run faster. You don't take any falling damage. So if you jump down from somewhere, you're not going to get hurt. Toughness. You can either use toughness or scavenger. It comes between the two. Like, I don't have scavenger unlocked right now just because I just prestiged yesterday, and I put on like a record for myself for prestiging. I prestiged in 2 days with like actually 1.5 days. I prestiged. I'm gonna make a video on that, on all the videos of that. But yeah, I just prestiged and I don't have scavenger. But if you do have scavenger, I prefer you use it. Another thing that you could also do is substitute some of your tactical grenades or your lethal grenades. Substitute one of those, or you can even substitute your secondary gun if you want, and use a perk 2 greed. And also, instead of just using toughness, you can also use toughness and scavenger. Why I like scavenger so much is just because I will go around, and as you see, I use a lot of ammo typically, and sometimes I'm not always going to die. I might get on a streak, and even though the PDW has a 50 round clip or magazine, and it's got a lot of ammo, it's still a good idea to have scavenger, because if you do go on those long streaks, or your gun just has a low ammo count, then it's going to be real helpful for if you kill somebody, you can just run over top of them, collect ammo, and keep going. So it's going to be real helpful. So that's basically ties up this video. I'm going to answer some questions that I've had real quick. People have asked me, what's the best sniping map, and what's the best sniper in your opinion? And how easy is it to rank up a sniper, and how do you get gold? Well, yes, I can understand the gold one. Getting gold on a sniper is a lot different than getting gold on an assault rifle, submachine gun, or a shotgun, for instance, just because instead of getting the 100 headshots that you normally have to get, then the challenge is you have to get 250 one-shot kills. So 250 one-shot kills is just going to get you to the, just to the Typhoon, which is more kills than a normal assault rifle, but keep in mind, it's just one-shot kills. You're not going to have to get a headshot every time. So it is going to take you a lot less time. So, yeah. And for the challenge parts, like Cherry Blossom, Carbon Fiber, Art of War, Ronin, and Skulls, those camos, yeah, they are lowered. You don't have to get as much long shots or double kills, but you still have those challenges. They're still the same. They don't change. Now, the best sniper, in my opinion, would either be the DSR-50 or the Ballista. It really depends. I actually like the DSR more just because of its damage. It takes a lot more damage, and you rarely ever get hit markers. And I will say, you do get hit markers, but not as often as you would with the Ballista. Now, the best attachments, in my opinion, for a sniper is, of course, FMJ, or it's either FMJ, laser, or laser, or extended clip. Pick one of those. But then I also think dual band comes in real helpful. If you've never used dual band, try it out. Try out dual band, because I used to say that I would never be good with dual band, but I like use dual band every time I use a sniper, and I just love it. It actually helps me out a whole lot. Now, if you don't actually like the dual band, you can always switch to ballistic CPU, and that'll work just as fine. The best sniper map, real quick, before this round ends, would be, I would have to say, either Turbine or Drone. Maybe even Raid. So I hope I answered your guys' questions. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Visit my next video. My next video is going to be on a whole video on how to prestige very quickly. So, and I know I said this was going to be this video, but I didn't really have time for that, so, or I just forgot about it. So, stay tuned. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and peace, guys.
Strike him with lasers.